Hi, welcome to the compensation plan. I'm really excited to deliver the compensation plan because when I wanted to understand how to make money in Isagenix, I went to ISA Comp Plan and didn't understand it at all. I probably watched it once, twice, 4 or 5 times, brought my husband in to watch it. We didn't really get it. It was kind of a foreign language to us. So then I started to grab research and I started to look for marketing materials that explained it, and it just confused me even more. So through me kind of gutting through the compensation plan by learning as I go, I've learned every single mistake there is, which is great because now I can break it down for you. And the good news is the best teacher is a slow learner. And when it comes to the compensation plan, that was me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break it down for you in its simplest form. And I trust that when you're done with the 20 minutes that I'm about to share, you will have a crystal clear view of what it looks like and how it works. Let me explain this. Is there a chance that you're going to still have questions? Of course there is. You have my email address, jensmith12@hotmail.com. You can email me. You can get back to the person who gave this to you. You have a team of people that are willing to work with you. But this is one thing I can promise you. If after this video you look at the compensation plan and you say, that looks pretty good, I'm going to do this, you don't get the compensation plan. It is not until your jaw falls to the floor and you say, I must be missing something. I have to be missing something. It can't be. This is too good to be true. That's when I know you understand the compensation plan. All right, so let's dive into this amazing, amazing compensation plan. I actually get excited to do this presentation. So. Another place that you can view the compensation plan is by going to jensmith-training.com. It's my complete system, all the tools that I use to run my entire organization. And you'll see the video of the compensation plan here, as well as all the other webinars that I used to launch my entire business. Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. What is somebody going to look at? They're going to go to associate login. They're going to put in their username and their password. It's going to take them to my team, all these tabs. We're going to go to my team, view placement tree, which is then going to take us right into our, so every single person has this available when they open an account with Isagenix and you want to put in your social security and become an associate, and you have this available to you. Here's how you read this. This is what the company calls your business center. I call it the box. Here's how you read the box or the business center. This number right here is your ID number. This is certainly your name. AS is in blue is your auto ship date. The A in green, get my little mouse back. A in green is when you're active until PV right here. PV, QV, RV, TV, LV, SV, blah, blah. PV they call personal volume. I call it point value. Again, I said it earlier that the best teacher is a slow learner, and please give me permission. Thank you for taking this back, pretending that we know nothing, and I'm going to keep it in the simplest form. So PV, point volume, or I say point value, is 100. This is your status. Are you a consultant? Are you an executive? Are you an associate? Preferred customer is there, and this is how many people there are in your organization. Okay. Now you have somebody who wants to go on this program. You take their name, you take their address, shipping address, their credit card information, and what do you do with it? You come here and you click on the box. This is where you want to put that information. You click on the box and what the company calls sponsor them. I say you open an account. Very rarely that I use the word sponsor. Here's what happens. You put in the information and they automatically come up. I don't know about you, but that was really exciting to me. I love the same time of this business that you do it and you can instantly see them on the screen. Now there was somebody else that wants to do it as well. Now I have another friend that wants it. So what do I do with them? Just to back up a second, I did not have a mentor like myself. So I, at this time, called the company and said, what do I do with my person? They said, put one on the left and one on the right. Okay, that to me, I could handle that. So the next person, this is my right, I clicked on the box and I put in their information. Then I called the company again and I said, I have another person, but there's already somebody on my left and somebody on my right. What do I do with my third person? And the person said to me, you go wide left and wide right. So apparently this is my wide left over here. I clicked on this spot. I put in my third person, and then I had another person wide right. I clicked over here. Then I had a fifth person, wide, meaning wide here, clicked over here. And then I had another person and I started clicking here. And all you did was put one on the left and one on the right. One on the left and one on the right. Now your team obviously begins to grow as you and other people begin to sponsor new associates. For instance, if this person over here put in some people, your leg is growing. And if this person here put in some people, you are growing. So your team is getting bigger. People you're putting in, people your team are putting in. Now, orders equal points. About $130 is worth 100 points. Gosh, wouldn't it be easy if the money, it was just the amount of points? Well, it can't, because currency is different and we're global. So they turn a dollar amount into a point amount. For instance, a 9-day is worth 100 points, a 30-day is worth 180 points, and total health and wellness is worth 100. So, for instance, this person on this side, say they had a point volume of 200 points. I'm going to assume maybe they purchased 2 9-days. 2 9-days again, possibly this individual, and another there. This person has 150. Maybe they ordered a 9-day and some Isa Delights. Same with this person. So again, it might seem simple, but it wasn't simple to me the first time I looked at. These are just a point value that reflect how much money was purchased in that box. Every time your combined business volume, remember BV, PV, QV, every time your points equal 900 points, 600 of the 900 have to come from one side and 300 from the other, you turn what's called a cycle. And it's worth about $55. Let me show you that. I'm a very visual learner, so please let me explain that for a second. Let's say this person has 200 points. 200 points, 200 points. That equals 600 on the one side. 150 points, 150 points. That's 300. You combine the two and you've cycled because they are 900 points. So that's one cycle. Compensation plan highlights. Okay. This I'm going to go through and then I'm going to show you visually. Again, I'm a visual learner. The compensation plan highlights, it pays on all purchases below you, whether you put the person there or not. Oh my God, that is unbelievable. I can't wait to visually show you what I'm talking about. You earn the same amount regardless of depth, and there's 100% payout on all consultants. In the beginning, when I was looking at this might have well been written in French. And let me tell you something, I don't speak French, so let me speak my language. I'm a visual learner. Here's what that says. It pays 100% on all purchases below you, even if you did not put that person there. Here's what that means. If somebody down here purchases product and it's worth 200 points, they get the 200 points towards their 900. They get the 200 points towards their 900. This person gets the 200 points towards their 900. This person and this person, even though this is the person that enrolled that person. So it pays on all purchases below you, even if you did not put them. For instance, let's pretend that this person right here sponsored or enrolled this person. This person, Madonna, has nothing to do with this person, does she? But she still gets 200 of these points towards her 900, even though she doesn't even know who this is. Oh, absolutely unbelievable. This is the point when my husband and I almost didn't believe the compensation plan. That was, am I telling you that, let's say this person right here, who this person enrolled, and this person has nothing to do with this person. Let's say they went off and grew a huge business, just like I did. Grew a team of thousands. Are you meaning to tell me that this person will get all that volume even though they didn't enroll this person? That's exactly what I'm telling you. That is unbelievable to me. That's why I get stuck on this page. I can't even click next because if I want you to really grasp the enormity of what I'm telling you. That is unbelievable. Whew. All right, here I go. Another example. If this person has 200 points, who gets it? Well, remember, this person enrolled this person, but this person gets it, and all the people above this person get it. Who gets this 200 points? This person and anyone above. Same with this. This person gets 200, they get 200, they get 200, all the way up, up, up. Okay, how can that be is what my husband and I said. And by the way, my husband's an attorney. So I'm actually the product guru and he's the numbers guy. So when we both looked at this together, mindfully, we said the company will go bankrupt if they pay out 100% to everybody below. That's why they only pay people who are consultants with this company, who have a leg and a foundation in this company. How do you become a consultant? First, you must open an account as an associate. Okay, the only difference between an associate and a preferred customer is a preferred customer can never make money with Isagenix. Okay, so an associate means you gave your Social Security. You are also, to become a consultant, responsible to personally sponsor one on your right and one on your left. Are you a consultant? Not yet. You are not. Notice I went from associate. Notice the status change. Here it was associate. It goes to consultant status, but not yet. You're not paid as a consultant unless you've personally sponsored one on your left that's an associate, and the one on your right must be an associate. Guys, you get paid on preferred customers underneath you, but if you only enroll a preferred customer and an associate, you're not yet a consultant. The company wants to know that you've personally sponsored an associate on your left and an associate on your right. Are you a consultant? Not yet. You also need to be active. You need to maintain 100 points. Oh my God, $130 worth of Isagenix products every single month. I think that's something like $1,500 a year. Oh, that is my investment to have $1 million a year business. That is unbelievable to me. Woo. Okay, so you have to be active with 100 points every month. The person that you sponsored on the left also needs to be active, and the person that you sponsored on the right also needs to be active. I want to make something very clear. Just because these are the boxes underneath you, it doesn't have to be the first person underneath you. There might be 2 or 3 people on your left, and you put your first personal sponsor here. But the company just needs to know that this person is an associate and active and has personally sponsored one on the left who's active and an associate, and one on the right that is active and an associate. I have a visual demonstration at the end of this PowerPoint to help you understand that even better. Remember, if you personally sponsor someone on the left who's a preferred customer and active, and on the right who's an associate and active, you are not yet a consultant. Remember, so you can either get this person's Social Security, or you can enroll somebody else. You might enroll 3 preferred customers first before an associate. As soon as there's an associate on your left and an associate on your right, this is the formula to become a consultant. Guys, that's it. That's really the depth. This is so simple, it's difficult. I really believe the compensation plan is so simple that it's almost difficult, because people are always looking for more. But that's really the core foundation of what you need to understand when you're sharing this. Now listen, you maintain your consultant status, and this is a review again, as long as you're active. You have one on your right that's active and one associate on your left that's active. I keep reviewing because it's so simple that it's difficult, and I'm showing it to you again. Here's what I need you to understand. You always, without fail, build wide left and wide right. Now, I'll be honest with you. I didn't have a mentor like this, so I filled in all these boxes. Please, when you want to click on one of these available boxes, picture me doing something totally ridiculous, shaking my head, jumping up and down and screaming no, and having this ridiculous picture of me in your face. And gosh, realizing that I paused and stumbled on my words enough to at least focus on, okay, that girl really wanted me to go wide left, wide right. I may not understand it, but I'm not going to go these inside boxes. Again, you want to build wide left and wide right. Now, here's something very important. People, see, I started filling these inside boxes because this spot was taken and this spot was taken, and I didn't realize that if I just clicked bottom left, that there's a world down, down here at the bottom of the page. This just keeps going and going and going and going. All you have to do is click this box and it'll take you down lower or bottom left. All right, Jen, who fills the inside boxes then? Your consultants do. Let's use Madonna. Let's use Madonna as an example, who actually is a very personal friend of mine. I want you to understand that Madonna, her website she can't see anything above her, but this exists. So this is what in reality is happening on this placement tree. Okay, Madonna's on my wide left, but Madonna can't see it. So let's fade this out. This is what Madonna has: a left and a right. Remember, I up here had a wide left and a wide right. Madonna has a wide left, which she kind of shares with me, and she has a wide right. So if Madonna wants to put somebody wide left, Madonna, remember, I personally sponsor these people. So Madonna would put somebody wide left. That would be her first personal sponsor, wide left. And then she'd have to put somebody wide right. Wide right. And Madonna gets a left and a right. Understand, I had a left and a right. Now Madonna's doing her left and her right. And she's doing what? Filling my inside boxes. Remember, my inside leg, okay? Here's my wide left and my wide right. And here's my inside leg. My inside leg is actually Madonna's wide right. I fade these out again because I want you to understand how it really looks. You have things above you. You just can't see them. The company does this for a reason. You can only access for you, your name and below you, but this stuff does exist. So Madonna's wide left is also my wide left. We share it. And Madonna's wide right is my inside leg. So she's filling my inside spots. Again, this is what Madonna sees. She doesn't see all that stuff above her. She just sees her wide left and her wide right. She didn't enroll. Here's the cool thing. She didn't sponsor that person. If you remember, I put that person there. Remember, she didn't sponsor this person either. Or this person. Here's what I still, and it's been almost 3 years and I still chuckle when I get to this because I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for this compensation plan because even though she didn't enroll those people, she collects on every single one of them. Guys, can you imagine? And I share this humbly. I'm bad at a lot of things, but I'm really good at Isagenix. Can you imagine for Madonna if one of these people became like a Jen Smith and did what I did and grew this huge organization? Madonna didn't enroll that person. She would still get credit for everything they do. Oy, oy, oy. Imagine if she got one of those on her left and she got one on her right. Do you realize you're 2 people away from being financially free every day of your life? I'm blown away by the enormity of this. Well, anyway, remember, she collects on all of them. All right, holdover points. This is another incredible gift, generosity of this company. And again, I hope I say this 3, 4, 5, 10 times without boring you, but I'm just so grateful for this compensation plan. And this is another piece that really bowls me over, that they do holdover points for us. Let's say on your left side, you have all these points that equal 1,000. Why are we not cycling? I get this question all the time. I have 1,000 points. Jen, you told me 900 points as a grouping is worth one cycle, which is about $54 to $55. Why aren't I cycling? Remember, it's all coming from one side. 600 points must come from the left, and 300 points, had to do the math there. 300 points must come from the other side. You don't have anything on the other side. Almost, you have 150. Another piece that you need to understand, this person doesn't have any points. No big deal. It just goes right through. Nothing blocks. Okay. They're allowed to not order if they don't want to. But now you have 300 points on one side and 1,000 on the other. Here's what the company does. They take 600 from the left and 300 from the right, and you cycle. Okay. You get your cycle. You get your one cycle, and you still have 400 points left over towards your next cycle. So now you only need 500 points in order to cycle your next cycle. That is unbelievable to me. Again, these are called holdover points, and they sit in a bank up in the corner. And not only did you cycle, you are already 400 points closer to your next cycle. When you sponsor, we're going a little bit deeper here. When you sponsor 5 on your left and 5 on your right, who will become consultants. So you personally sponsor 5 on the left and they become consultants. And you personally sponsor 5 on the right and they become consultants. You're an executive, and you make a 10% match on your personally sponsored consultants. This adds up to an astronomical amount of money when you grow a team. All right, let's talk a little bit about strategy. Number 1, personally enroll people who, keep family on the one side, enroll spouses and children who are 18 years or older, in other network marketing companies, entrepreneurial, open-minded, positive, large circle of influence. Let me just briefly touch on this. You must keep your family and your loved ones on the same side. I'm going to explain this in another slide coming forward. Spouses, you've got to put your spouse on the tree, and any child that is 18 or over. What you're doing is you're giving them a stock or a piece of real estate in your ability to grow a huge organization for a very small investment. You must enroll your spouse and children over 18. It's basically a financial gift. Other network marketing companies, I don't know if I have any in my organization, but that's nice. Entrepreneurial, absolutely. Open-minded, positive people. There you go. Blinking lights. I'm blinking with my hands. Open-minded, positive people. That's the biggest strategy I can tell you, and have a large circle of influence is great. Keep it simple. Duplicate yourself. Just some highlights. Understand 18 cycles a week, because this really puts it in perspective, I believe. 18 cycles a week is $50,000 a year. 36 cycles a week is $100,000 a year. Wow. Please understand something, and I share this humbly. I'm bad at a lot of things. I'm very good at Isagenix. I went from 0 to 100 cycles in 9 months, building 2 legs on my own. That is unbelievable. Look at these numbers. I went from 0 to 100 cycles, I have to say this again, in 9 months. Can you imagine? On an investment of $130 a month. What an unbelievable compensation plan. Here's the goal. Work for 5 years to secure the rest of your life. And I'm all about residual income. I'll be honest with you. My husband is unbelievable, and he financially takes extremely good care of his family. What attracted us to this was the residual side of this, that I was going to work really hard for 2 years to secure, 2 to 5 years to secure the next 40 years. And I have certainly done that. Results will vary depending on your efforts. Simply, of course, and take a look at this screen. Okay, 2 power legs. I'm going to just reinforce some of the strategies that I talked about. Number 1, spouses must enroll spouses. Please, if you are an individual who's enrolling a friend of yours, let's say it's a girlfriend, you cannot enroll the girlfriend's husband under you personally. The spouses must enroll spouses. Just remember I said that rule because it can cause you pains later on. Never break that rule. Spouses enroll spouses. Build 2 power legs. This is huge. This is what I attest so much of my success in my business, because I didn't do this rule, but I'm telling you to do this rule. But if you build 2 power legs, you do what's called the circle back. You can go back to this person and say, I put 3 people underneath you that you collect on 100%, no different than me, and I did all the work. Oh my gosh. How about if you put 20 people under this person? So while you were watching TV and I was out working, you might as well have been out working. It's no different. You get credit for everything I've done. Oh my gosh. Who wants something for nothing? Everybody does. So it was very easy. If you build power legs and you keep going wide left and wide right, it was very easy to circle back to this person and say, oh my gosh, you have 12 people in a business and all the work that I've been doing, and you collect 100%, no different from me. And I put them there. I did it all. And they're like, what? Yeah. So you always want to go wide left and wide right. So why would you go inside? If you're building, not only are you giving them a left, the company's allowing this person to collect this as a 600 leg. A 600 leg. They're allowing, if this person did nothing and they woke up one day and they had 2,000 people on their left-hand side, they're saying this person who was doing nothing gets credit for all those people, and it can be their 600 leg. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not. So this is easy. If you start building power legs, it's easy to circle back to this person, this person, this person, and say, listen, I have built a business and I have helped you grow 600 of a 900 leg. You've got to look at this. And they say, well, what do I have to do? Well, you have to build a 300 leg over here. Okay. And they start building this side. Okay. If I start putting people here and I start putting people here and I start putting people here, I've become a leader? No, I've become an enabler. Why would this person ever do anything if I built their left and their right? They will never grow their business. Guys, the only reason I'm so good at what I do is I came in with no power legs. It was Jen Smith and an empty box, and I built my whole team left to right. And what a blessing that was. Because if I came in with a power leg, I don't believe I ever would have grown this Isagenix business as clever as I have. So really, it was a gift because I had to learn and explore and really put together a system of massive growth. So again, please go wide left and you say to somebody, I've built 600 of a 900 team for you. Okay, I've given you 50, more than 50% of $1 million business, or how, if somebody says to you, well, can't you just put somebody here? They don't understand, because again, you just don't want to go there. Always go wide left. What about my son? What about my wife? No, always go wide left and wide right. I hope I hammered that hard. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Okay. In the beginning, you're going to put in a lot of time and you're going to make some money. The next year, you're going to put in maybe a little bit less time and make more money. Less time and make more money, and less time and make more money. And here's where you're retiring and your money is tremendous. This is residual income, and this is what attracted to me. Listen, use my family. My husband Tom does extremely well, but you know what? He works and he gets a paycheck every 2 weeks. Okay, there is no residual. This is our residual income stream. Everybody in the world needs a residual income stream, because over time, with a traditional business model, the older you get and the longer you're in it, you start doing well. And then as you get older, your pay scale drops down. Whereas with something like this, as it's time to reach retirement, you're putting in less time and your money has surmounted for you. All right, so here's how we get paid. Another thing I'm extremely grateful for is the way we get paid. It's brilliant. We get paid every single every single Monday, which is awesome. I mean, what businesses do you get your pay every Monday? And it comes in the form of an email, and it tells you how much you've made and how much money is on your, what we call an e-count card. You'll get this in the mail when you become a consultant, and every week, according to your cycles, they pay you, they put it on this card. You can use this card as a credit card. You can instant transfer, which is what I do, instant transfer the money into a checking account or a savings account, or you can use this like you would a debit card or an ATM card. It's unbelievable. I'll never forget the first time I got this, and I went into Abercrombie and I handed the card to the teller or whatever, and I'm like, I'm not really sure, if there's money on this. And when it got approved, I was like, oh my gosh, this is real money on a real card. Absolutely. This is an unbelievable, real, true business that I pay my mortgage with. This card is unbelievable. Everybody wants a gold card. That's how you get it. All right, you guys, the bottom line is this. Your life becomes the thing you decide it's going to be. Those of you who are in my system know why I say this. I'm all about what you think about, you bring about, an inspiration. I do inspiration every day through daily updates. For those of you who don't know me or not in the system, I just do a little plug for, I'm all about what you think about, you bring about, and I'm telling you right now, I am successful because I acted as if I was a millionaire when I was 1 week into my business. There's really no difference in my body language from 3 years ago to the person I am right now. So again, decide what it is you want to do. Be that person. Go out there with confidence. This compensation plan is almost not believable. And I almost walked because I couldn't believe that this could be true. Well, what if I'm telling you the truth? What if this compensation plan is everything I've told you? If it is, that means you are 2 people away. There's a chance you're 2 people away from being financially free. You get one on the left who's like myself, and you get someone on the right who's like myself, and holy cow, you guys are home free. So this is an absolute gift. We pray for health and we pray for wealth. And I think we think a bag of money is going to fall out of the sky, and that's not what happens. It comes to us in form of opportunity. And you have to be open-minded enough to receive the opportunity when it comes. So, gosh, I really hope what I've spoken, I hope this makes sense to you, that the compensation plan is clear enough, and that you embrace this with all your heart and your soul. This has been a blessing in my life. I am grateful every day for this compensation plan, for the vehicle of Isagenix to go out and serve people and be able to get paid as much as I do. So I hope you've enjoyed this webinar, and I look forward to working with you all. All right. Now, after what you just saw, some of you, I don't know if that's enough. It wasn't for me. Again, I said the best teacher is a slow learner, and this demonstration right here really gripped it for me. So what I've done is I have recruited some really special people to help me demonstrate live how this compensation plan works. And I hope that this, again, just reinforces what you just watched. So let's start by saying, if you can envision, I'm in a box, okay? I'm personally sponsored. My name is Jen Smith, and I'm active. I've ordered $130 worth of product, so I'm active, and I am enrolled as an associate. So I gave my social security number, and I'm active. Okay, so I'm an associate. Now, in order for me to become a consultant, I have to personally sponsor somebody on my right. Caitlin, would you do that for me? Would you stand up? Hi, Caitlin. Just stand right there. It's my daughter, Caitlin. So I personally sponsor Caitlin. She's 28 years old, and she looked great for 28. Okay, so because you have to be 18 or older. So I'm active. I'm an associate. I personally sponsor Caitlin, and she orders 100 points worth of products, so she's active. She's also an associate. Now, I'm still an associate because I only have one on my right that's active. Now, Isabel, why don't we bring you up? Can you come on up? I need to put somebody else on my left. So this is Isabel. Say hi, Isabel.
Hi.
You're not active yet, though. So I came along. I'm an associate and I'm active. I personally sponsor one on my right that's an associate and active. I personally sponsor Isabel. She's an associate. She buys $130 worth of product. She's active. That makes me a what?
Consultant.
Good. These guys are going to do well. That makes me a consultant. Now I collect on all the points. Just keep your hands up. All the points underneath me, whether I put the people there or not. What am I talking about? Let's say for example's sake, I enroll somebody else. Okay, so Alexa, I'm going down my wide right leg, and I have Alexa who's going to go wide right of me. Okay, I enroll Alexa, and she's active. Okay, I enroll her. She enrolls as an associate. She's active. I'm still a consultant. But when I enrolled her, she enrolled with 500 points. I get those 500 points towards my 900. So does Caitlin, because Alexa is below her. Okay, we all collect on Alexa's 500 points. Okay, now I'm going to say Isabel is going to enroll somebody on her left. Right, Belly? So Caitlin Parry, our very good friend, is going to go wide. We're going to, come here, Katie. You're going to go right here. She's going to go to Isabel's left. So I'm active. I have one person on my left that's active, two on my right that are active. Caitlin Parry is active. She orders a 9-day, and she orders 500 points. That's 1,000 points. I'm going to cycle, because 900 points is a cycle. I'm going to cycle. I'm going to have 100 points left over. Okay? Now, this is very important. You making faces? This is very important, okay? If I have, say, 200 points left over, let's say Caitlin orders 600 points, I cycle and I have 200 points left over, that's going to be held towards my next 900. Now, let's say the one person on my left, Isabel, goes inactive. Arm goes down. This arm goes down. Okay, you don't have to smile like it, just be relaxed. Good job. Let's say the one person on my left goes inactive, I become a associate. Okay? Because I only have one on my right that's active and none on my left that's active, but I'm still active. I drop to, stay there please, pal. I drop to an associate status again. Here's the good news. The points, the 200 points that were in a bank, I get to keep. The company's going to hold them. But if I'm an associate and Alexa orders 200 points right now, I won't get them. I won't lose the ones I have, but I won't get them. Now, guess what? Isabel orders again. Or maybe I enroll somebody else. Okay? I enroll somebody else. So, let's say for sake, Isabel goes active again. Okay? Go ahead, active. I'm back to consultant. Okay? Get to keep my 200 points. Caitlin Parry orders 100 points worth of stuff. Now I keep getting points again. I keep accruing points. Now everybody's ordering. All of a sudden, Alexa decides she's going to do what her mom did, and she's going to bang out this business, and she's going to enroll right, left. And my right side is going crazy, ordering lots and lots of points. 600 is happening, and I love the two of these guys, but they're not doing anything in the business. That's okay. What's going to happen is every time 600 happens on the right, they put it in a bank. So 600 happens. There's no 300 on this side. They put the 600 in the bank. 600 happens again. Now I have 1,200 in the bank and nothing here. 1,800 happens. You keep going and they hold 20,000, 30, all these points sitting in a bank. Now, I end up enrolling somebody else, or Caitlin Perry decides to do this as a business. And she starts enrolling people. Every time my left side turns 300 points, they just take the 600 out of a bank, they come together, and I cycle, and I make $55. Now, here's the kicker. Let's say I'm going along and I'm accruing all these points and holdover points, and I'm active, and my right side's getting a little bit strong, so I have maybe 3,000 points in the bank, waiting for my left side, enrolling people on the left, trying to get strong, but I go inactive. I lose all my points. You need to stay active. Go on AutoShip. AutoShip, at least $130 a month. Listen, what does it cost to open a business? I don't know, a franchise. You guys can put your arms down for a second. You know what? Let's thank these guys. That was great. Thank you so much. If you guys could sit, I might need you again in just a minute. No, just sit just for a minute. Aren't they great? Oh. All right, so the kids have left, and they went back to playing in the pool or doing whatever it is they were doing. But I think it's really important that you see that I involve my family in this. They're my priority. My children are my why. My husband, my family, they are my why. And there's many people that I've come in contact that use their children as the excuse not to do Isagenix when that's not fair. That's not fair. Make them your why. Make them your reason why you do Isagenix, not your excuse not to. So back to compensation again. I just hope that from maybe the PowerPoint, whatever your learning style is, whatever your learning strategy is, whether it was the PowerPoint that you saw or the little family visual that we just gave right now, that one of these presentations grasp the enormity of this compensation plan, that you are 2 people away from being financially free. Some of you, one person away. That you have an investment of $130 a month. You have to eat $130 worth of Isagenix breakfast every day, and I'm going to do it for the rest of my life to be able to collect unlimited amounts of money. Where else? First of all, in this economy, where else in the world, give me or name in your mind a business where on an investment of almost less than $1,600 a year, you can grow a business that's brought me an income of more than $500,000 in the first year. It doesn't exist. I believe with all my heart an opportunity like this will never come along twice in a lifetime. I have never seen anything like it, and I recommend you embrace it. And if you don't understand it, or if there's something you're not clear, just be careful you don't walk away because you don't understand. Make yourself understand, because what if you could do what I did? The compensation plan will allow it. Just get out there and talk to people. So now, we are blessed now with the ability to grow this business. You have the tools to learn about the product. You have a system that has bowled this company over. The #1 system grows faster than any system in the history of this company. You have the tools. You know the compensation plan, and watch this a couple of times and you'll be able to deliver it just as I did. But the most important thing is to not get caught in the learning phase. Get out there and do it. I launched this business before I understood anything about the compensation plan. I learned as it happened by making mistakes. And my favorite quote that I want to share with you, one of my favorite quotes by Elbert Hubbard: people who want milk should not seat themselves on a stool in the middle of a field and hope that a cow will come up to them. I just think that's such a funny quote. I have to say it again. People who want, I say this all the time and I have to read it. People who want milk should not seat themselves on a stool in the middle of a field in hopes that a cow will come over to them. In other words, launch your rocket. Don't sit and get stuck in this learning phase and learn the compensation plan. Do it. Act. Create an action plan, set your goals, and spring into action before you're even ready. Launch your rocket. This compensation plan will support you whether you understand it or not. And what if, like myself, who in under 2 years is making almost $1 million a year, what if that can happen to you? It doesn't discriminate. You can do it just as easily as I did it. So thank you. If you have any questions, just get back to the person who sent you to this DVD. Have a good night.